Hey guys, Jeremiah, Steps Pressure Washing and more. We're going to be heading out to Fuquay today, and then we're going to be doing a couple of gutters here on the street. We got a total of 3 houses we're doing gutters on today. And a lot of folks ask me, they say, well, what do you do during your downtime? This is it. It is a cold, windy day. It's probably about 41 degrees right now. I've got the ladder set up. This is the 24. I've got the little giant in the back. And we just crank out gutters all winter now. And that's really our strategy on going through the winter time. It's a high profit, especially because we have no labor cost. The labor is basically just being paid to me in profit. So it is one of those things where, yes, it's not as profitable as pressure washing, but the margin is there. So we are very excited to be as busy as we are doing gutters. So I'm going to go over a little bit about the equipment we're taking with us today. It's very bare bones, so I'll turn you around here real quick. And of course, we're taking the truck out nice and lettered so that everybody can see who we are and what we do while we're out and about. We have the 24-foot Equalizer, and we have the stabilizer on it as well. Then down here we've got our little giant. It says a 16-foot, and we have the stabilizer that goes along with that. We have the Extender Reach extension pole. This has been awesome this year. We got it over the spring, and I'm never going back to the old cheap one we had. This one was not super inexpensive, but I love these right here. Just makes it so quick and easy to open this up, slide out this extension, close it, and I just keep working. This is the gutter tool. We've had this since 2020. 2021, and I think I'm going to get another one just to keep in the truck, just in case this ever breaks. I mean, it's plastic, so 3 years of use is not expected. So I'm going to I think I'm going to order a new one of these today just to make sure we've got a backup, because we have been so busy with gutters lately. Taking our gutter guard brush. I don't think any of our houses today have gutter guards, but I just don't want to be surprised. I will be leaving the trailer today, so we're just really going bare bones. Got the blower over here, the Husqvarna blower extensions. We have another set of these that I believe are arriving today. I just want to be able to reach second floor gutters from the ground if I can. As well, this will help with roof cleanoffs, so I don't have to get onto a roof if it's too steep. And really just in my bucket, I keep a little bit of extra gas for the blower, and that's it. That and a set of gloves is my gutter cleaning equipment, and we stay busy all season. I think all in all it costs like $700 with signs for all of the equipment we have, so, or at least startup equipment. There is a video I made on all you need to start a gutter cleaning business or add on, because this has been extremely profitable for us and it helps us survive the winters. But anyway, enough about this. Let's go get some gutters cleaned out. Alright, we're out at house number 1. I've got the ladder set up. I want to go up and see if these gutters are dry by chance. I know we may have had a little bit of rain overnight, but I want to see what condition they're in, because I would like to use the blower if I can. So let's get up there and see what's going on. Alright, so right now it looks like we are pretty loose on just leaves here. Not much for pine straw and really no mud. This is our 3rd time in the past, like maybe 16, 17 months cleaning these gutters out, so should be no issue. I'm going to go grab the blower, hook it up, and I'm going to go check a couple more areas and see what I can do. Alright, so I've come through with the blower. I've blown all this out. One of my tricks here is I blow away from any area that I don't want to splatter on. So if I get a little bit of mud up on the roof, that's no big issue. I just don't want to cover this area right here. We did get a little bit of a splatter, so I came back through with the customer's water hose and just rinsed that off real quick. But came through, blew all this out. Came over here, blew this right here. And this little portion here over the porch. So with that all being cleaned out, I brought the blower around to this area right over here, blew this out, and I got around to the front of the house and got a lot of water coming out. So I think this one up front is clogged. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to drain this out by hand, and that way I'm not splattering all over the customer's front porch. But let's go on up here. Let's see what this looks like after getting the blower to it. Bang my knee on the ladder. Here is the final result as stuff is falling into it. But we have just a little bit of debris in here. I'm going to give this one more blow through just because I do believe, whoop, looks like there's water standing on that side of the gutter. So that's probably why I got a little bit of a splatter on this area here. I'm going to come back through, give this one more blowout, and call it a day. But let's go around to the front and see what's going on up there, because I'm going to probably do that by hand. Alright, so we're up here on the front of the house, and I'm noticing why we've got standing water is actually down here closer to the downspout. It's pretty dry, but the farther down we go, the more standing water we have. So this gutter is incorrectly pitched, so it will always need to be cleaned out by hand, just because it's always going to hold a lot of water. You can kind of see a little muddy water came out down here on the front porch, so I want to avoid that when I can. I'll bring the hose around again and rinse off a little spot up there that got splattered. But I'm going to clean this out and roll up. Alright, out at house number 2 today. This one and house number 3 are going to be in our neighborhood. Just doing the simple old gutter tool and bucket with a ladder. So I'm going to get on up here. We're going to get this corner cleaned out. Lots and lots of pine straw. Nothing too crazy. We were just here earlier in the year. And so this is just what's fallen this season. It's not impacted. It's not compacted. Just easy breezy. No big deal. Just lots of pine straw. Alright, we're all done on this one. Gutter's all cleaned out. No big deal. It was really only about 1 year's worth of work. So we're going to go ahead and head down to the next job. Make sure nobody's coming. Alright. Long commute today between jobs. Woo-wee! Lots of stuff here on the side. I'm going to pull right up here into the yard. And we're at job number 3. Alright, done with the first side. Now we're over here where it is getting thicker because these overhanging pines, and I have stopped using the 5-gallon bucket just because I'd be running up and down the ladder every couple minutes. So this is just going to be pulling out and clean up after. I was telling my wife today that I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm being known as the pressure washing guy. And that's the reason why I'm doing these two houses, is because it's in my neighborhood and everybody knows that I'm the pressure washing guy now. One of our neighbors did not know that my wife and I were married, but they knew I was the pressure washing guy. So I'd say don't be afraid. Get your name out there. Tell people what you're doing. I remember one of my more aggravating moments early on. I brought my pressure washer home on I think it was a Tuesday, and Wednesday morning at like 9 a.m. I saw a local pressure washing company pull up and wash two of my neighbors' houses. Well, I hadn't told any of the neighbors that we had formed an LLC 2 months before. We were getting our equipment ready. We were settling out insurance, and if they had waited just a little bit longer, I could have washed their house for them. So I said, that mistake was done once, I'm not making it again. So I'm quite vociferous with my friends and family, and anybody who knows me knows that I am a pressure washer, and I do gutters. This house, actually, I tried to get the owner to sign on our first year to do gutters, and he said, no, I'll do it myself. And he got up here and did it and asked me how much I would charge him, and I told him, and he said, they're yours from now on, because they are quite a headache if you're not doing it with the right tools. And he was just doing it with homeowner stuff, just a ladder and hands. Yeehaw. Really hard to do this with one hand. And so I'm on my last gutter line here, and I just want to point out that these gutters have been clogged since at least the spring, because these are all of the little pine pollen pods that are still in here since the springtime. So I'm going to talk to the owner of this home about increasing the rotation on gutter cleaning, just because I know I was out here last fall and these have not been flowing all summer and all fall this year. So we're going to have to do this after the spring, and that will also cut back on how much we're pulling out at a time. Alright, I'm going to go do some ground cleanup and then blow these out. Alright, well that's going to do it for me today, guys. I got that one, all the gutters blown out, all the ground cleanup done. Talk to the customer, let them know what's going on, and I'm going to go ahead and send them their invoice when I get home, which is just down the street. So I'm going to call that a day. Y'all be safe out there.